Michelle Wright, right? The Wall on CFWE. And get this, we do have the one and only Michelle Wright joining us here on the program today. Michelle, how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great, and my gosh, I haven't heard that song in a while, and that was kind of a delight to listen to that song. I've always loved that song. Thank you for playing it.
Well, you're very welcome, and it's a privilege having you here, joining us once again on the program. And, you know, I was just reading here earlier, you signed with Arista Nashville back in 1990. That's like 25 years ago.
Yeah, it's
unreal.
pretty
How time
awesome.
Flies.
Well, I signed with Alan Jackson and Leroy Parnell. We were the first three artists signed to Arista, and then it was followed by Brooks and Dunn and Pam Tillis and Diamond Rio and artists like that. So quite a privilege to be amongst those guys and gals.
And then here we are, still going strong.
Oh, yeah.
Still a lot to come.
Well, certainly the career's been very good to me, and the fans are pretty amazing, and I get up every day and I get to make music, and it's a beautiful thing. It's not the easiest job in the world on one hand, you know, but who's looking for easy? Easy gets kind of boring after a while, so I enjoy the challenge. It's always been a challenge, and I enjoy it, and look forward to being creative and seeing if I can create something that will cause people to respond.
You know, you look back at your career with the songs that you've had there on radio, including the one that we had just heard. How is the whole creative process in songwriting has changed for you over the years?
Well, I don't know if it's changed a lot, although I hope I've gotten better at it. You know, I still write from the same place. I write from... I just sit down with a guitar and my thoughts and a friend usually. I tend to co-write the best, having someone there to feed off of and to tell me that leave it alone because it's fine just the way it is. Otherwise I'll be, you know, have a pile of crumpled up paper or a blank. I'll be staring at a blank page because I tend to overanalyze a little bit, you know. Oh, is this good enough? Is this good enough? You know, and so just me and a guitar and a friend, and I still come from the same place. I think about what's going on in my life and how I can share that with other people in a way that they might also respond to, because I do think we kind of go through in similar ways. You know, we all sort of, and for this matter, around the world, you know, I've traveled around the world, and pretty much everybody I've met wants love and wants to be loved and wants to give love and, you know, cherishes their family and, cherishes a good time, a party, you know, things like that we all seem to want and need the same things. And so I can express myself and be certain that there are people out there that know exactly what I'm talking about.
You got a brand new song that's just been released to radio, Laugh a Little. Been playing this one.
I have to watch. I laugh sometimes when I hear the title of the song. I mean, it's just kind of because it makes me do that. Sorry, that was a little silly, but it just kind of made me laugh to hear you say it because it's brand new to me. So I love to hear people say, "You've got a new song out called Laugh a Little." I'm like, yes, I do.
Are you having a lot of fun with this song? Obviously, you are.
Yes. You know what I wanted? It was actually the first song that I wanted to release from the album Strong. It's from the record Strong, the album Strong, and it was the first one that I wanted to release. And it took me a little while to, you know, all the committee meetings and the A&R and the everybody deciding, well, no, you should put that one out. No, that one. And I was like, no, we're putting this one out now. So we finally got around to it.
You know, the album came out. Well, a little while back. It's great to see that you're still being able to release songs off the album.
Yeah, you know, it's a funny thing because I was sitting here actually a couple of months ago and I was feeling a little bit bummed out. I said to my husband, I said, well, we've released a few singles from Strong. I guess I probably need to get busy and get making a new record because it's, you know, can't really release another song, I don't think. And he looked at me and he said, well, why can't you? And I was like, well, I don't know. Why can't I? Because, the industry has turned so much into a singles industry now where people really are purchasing singles from iTunes. They're not even necessarily associating a song with an album as much anymore. And I said, you know what? I can release that, can't I? So we started the process, and I decided to go ahead and release this single. And who knows, I may even go one more deep while I'm getting ready to. I've written a couple of other new songs that I really love, and honestly, my whole iTunes and my whole record label side of things is recommending to me that we just start releasing singles right now for the rest of the year, and then maybe at the end of the year we can put a compilation together of the new songs and make like an EPK available. Because honestly, I'm going to be pretty straightforward with you. It's very expensive to make an album, and people aren't buying albums anymore. They're buying just art. Well, myself as an independent artist, I have to readjust, how I make records and things because of the cost to do it, and then sort of the recognition that it's not going to sell. You're not going to sell albums. You're just going to sell singles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's an interesting time, my dear.
Yeah, and I guess that's one of the biggest, obstacles and changes that have came our way.
It was
the technology.
Well, definitely. I was just going to say, the Strong project I did myself, and I guess I sort of feel again maybe to be straightforward that it cost $100,000 to make that record and do the video and do the promotion and do the publicity and release the singles, and only to discover that oops, people aren't buying albums anymore. I put this record out just at the time when the dip in album sales was pretty severe. So I'm rolling with it, and I'm just going to keep putting music out there, and the folks are supporting the music, of course, but more in a singles format than buying the whole album.
We got Michelle Wright here on the program this morning, chatting with us, Laugh a Little, the new song, which hit Canadian radio. Now, Michelle, with technology the way it is nowadays, you're being able to interact more with your fans. You've had a live chat recently for the very first time.
Yes, I've rebuilt my whole website and my fan club. My fan club is now called The Righteous, which I love. I put my name out there. So I said, okay, guys, what do you want to call the fan club? And I gave them a couple of options or a few options and opened the floor to any suggestions that they might have. And The Righteous won out. And so the fan club is called The Righteous, and so for the fans now, so I rebuilt the fan club, I rebuilt the website, and then through Facebook and different ways of being able to communicate, I also did my first live video chat where they could see me, and they just sent in questions and I answered them. And then through the fan club, we're going to do live video chats where we can see each other, which I'm really looking forward to. It's kind of a way that technology has advanced, and we can have sort of multiple faces up online and just doing fun things like that. I love social media. I love the ability to be able to communicate immediately and directly, and there's something really special about that between the fans and the artists, that the people out there that make our world go round, that we're able to give more of ourselves and to communicate and to hear what their questions are, just to share, even privately. Something that I do on my Facebook is I communicate privately in private message with people, and sometimes they just need a supportive word or me to encourage them to do something, or sometimes they just want to share something special with me. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and then with that, you're the actual one who's responding to
definitely, yes.
all those questions they ask.
I do all the responding on my Facebook and my and my Twitter and all my social media. I do all the responding now, and I do most of the posts. My team will put up a post like to let people know about the live chat, or might design a post for me about the new release, or different things like that are sort of just based on that are just more like announcements, but I do all the rest.
Yeah. Michelle Wright here on the program this morning. Quickly, before we go, Michelle Wright as well, your official online store also has a lot of new product there for fans as well.
Yes, it really, I kept getting, the album is called Strong, and on the album I had a song called, and I released a song called Another Good Day, I released a song called Strong, and then I released Laugh a Little, and everybody kept saying that I needed to have T-shirts and hats and, koozies and things like that have those names on them, those titles. So I went ahead and made some really cool T-shirts and koozies and hats and mouse pads and just redesigned a whole new line of products for the fans out there, and I made the girl T-shirts are really kind of special. They're not just regular T-shirts. I made them, with a different and like a longer and long 3/4 sleeve and a scooped neck and just a bit more feminine because I don't really wear T-shirts either. I wear a bit more of like a feminine designed T-shirt. So girls, there's girly T-shirts up there and there's guy T-shirts and just stuff. It's really fun to have it out there.
Yeah. And the new revamped website, like you said, people could head there. Michelle Wright's website, it's michelle-wright.com, correct?
Correct, yeah. And come join me on Facebook, too, and just come say hi.
All right. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for joining us on the program today. We greatly appreciate it.
Likewise. My pleasure. It's so lovely to talk with you again, Wally. I appreciate it.